Presented here is a video documenting my adventures across Japan during March and April 2023. I arrived at Haneda Airport on the 8th of March, slightly jet-lagged, but none the worse for wear. Waking up the next day, I made my way to the peaceful port city of Yokohama, complete with its own giant Gundam, bustling Chinatown area, and relaxing city parks. Kanagawa Prefecture is a nice escape from the hectic Tokyo city life. On returning to Tokyo, I spent the day walking around the Imperial Palace grounds and travelling to a DIY music venue located in Koiwa. The night ended in an impromptu karaoke by the artist Death Row. And now, for a brief trip to Mythica, where the Studio Ghibli Museum resides. Unfortunately, opportunities to take photos or videos are only granted in specific locations, but the journey is well worth your time. The next day, I took a Shinkansen to Hiroshima. It's hard not to feel affected by the ominous weight of the past experienced in this region. The A-bomb site felt like a quiet place for reflection. Interestingly, I'd inadvertently booked a hotel in Hiroshima, which served as a backdrop for a scene in Hamaguchi Ryozuki's adaptation of Murakami Haruki's Drive My Car. Next on my itinerary was a quick trip to Kokura, and then on to Kitakyushu, where I met many friendly locals and experienced relaxing countryside and stunning coastlines. Fukuoka was the next destination. The capital is a great mix of city life and natural beauty. The swan boats located in the beautiful Ohori Park were a fun excursion with friends, while relaxing walks around local temples and shrines were another feature of the city. I even had the chance to witness this turtle briskly moving through the water. Filming this intrigued local citizens who took a moment out of their day to see what I was filming. One early evening, I walked around the suburbs of Hakata and saw this dazzling murmuration of birds as they darted across the sky. The next day, I was invited by my friend Masashi and his wife for a meal and a walk around the city. They were gracious hosts who very kindly created a hanko stamp for me. For those unaware, a hanko is often used in many official documents in Japan. After some discussion, I chose a Chinese character for my stamp. The process of creating the finished product involved everything from the choice of materials to the case it will be contained in. Although it takes some time until it's completed, there's a kind of excitement felt at seeing the outcome.
Wow. Shall we stand? Yeah, that's a... Ah, so yeah. 拭いた方がいいみたいですか。ああ。あ、いいこれ使って。Okay. So let's clean. 大丈夫かな。 いいか。
うん。
うん。
それで押してもらって。
あ、OK. I will film that.
あ
You can try. どっちが上？
どっちが上やろ。
下げない。
いや、
そうだ。
OK.
spit more.
OK.
Upside. Bit more, bit more.
OK.
Ah.
ここにする？
And then
ボン。
おー。
あー、薄い。こっちにした方がいいんじゃ
not
ない
enough pressure.
こっちの方がいい。
練習プラクティス。なんか下に敷いた方がいいんかな。
おー。
下に敷くといいかもね。なん
いらっ
か
しゃいませ。ハンコの自動販売機です。
なんか柔らかいのないかな。
Following footage was taken at a beautiful city temple, a place of peace and traditional Japanese spirit. Back to Tokyo, and I shot this night footage from the hotel in Hansamon, overlooking the edge of the Imperial Palace. I really enjoy the ambience of this part of Tokyo. And here we have the beautiful cherry blossoms, or sakura as they're known here, which are the main feature of the spring season. Many people visit Japan during this time to witness this very short and special moment that breathes new life into nature. Next, I visited the modest city of Nagoya. I hitched a ride on the famous skyboat Ferris wheel, which gave an incredible view of the luminous lights of the evening skies. Nagoya Castle is an essential stop for anyone visiting the Chubu Prefecture. Every corner is steeped in history. You can really feel the past here. Many incredible artifacts line the interiors of the buildings in this area. It's well worth your time visiting. I'll let the footage speak for itself. In addition to briefly visiting Shizuoka one evening, I also took a journey across to the picturesque Nara, with its stunning vistas, traditional Japanese culture, and many deer. Make sure you buy some deer biscuits, which can be obtained from many street sellers located around Nara and the temple areas. The view overlooking Nara is completely breathtaking. As you can see in this clip, the deers are extremely friendly when you approach them. They have learnt that polite bowing often rewards them with food. This is the picture postcard view I mentioned earlier. It can be easily found when you trek past Nara's temples. Here you will find incredible views of the surrounding areas. It's hard to convey the feeling this place gives in mere photos alone, but suffice to say, it's worth the journey. I hear it's particularly beautiful at sunset. Located around 15 minutes train ride away from Kyoto is a true hidden gem, first introduced to me by another friend, the small town of Yamashina. Much like Nara, this area is a peaceful getaway from city life, with its rolling hills, tiny rivers and streams that have formed the characteristics of this town. On the day I visited, there was light rain in the air, and the mist clung to the hill. It looked like an old brush painting from centuries past. Visiting the old capital city of Kyoto is like stepping back in time. The residential streets stretch for miles, and I have to be honest that I got lost more than a number of times in this district whilst looking for my inn. Interestingly, I hear that Kyoto has a preservation order that only allows buildings of a certain height to be constructed, which is why there are very few buildings outside of Kyoto Station and Kyoto Tower that rise into the sky. Of course, no visit to Kyoto is complete without a trip to see the many temples and torii gates that feature in this area.
What's a tourist now? Like me.
Now, a short 360-degree view of the riverside area. I filmed this footage of a bird of prey floating on the thermals near the city centre. I was left with just enough time for a quick walk around the aesthetically pleasing back streets of Kyoto. 7th century Yasaka pagoda stands strikingly on the skyline and can be seen in a later clip during the annual evening cherry blossom illuminations. Here is the incredible scenic view from the top of the Kiyomizu Temple, a stunning hillside area where many tourists visit. After a short trip to Osaka at the start of my holiday, I was determined to return. Here we have some photos taken along the famous Dotonbori, and of course, no visit is complete without a trip to the mecca of record stores located in the area. One last brief evening trip to Kawanishi, located in Hyogo Prefecture, before returning to the capital. Back in Tokyo for one final hurrah before the journey home. I'll never tire of seeing the beautiful cherry blossom in full bloom.